Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to answer the tough interview question, tell me about a time you made a mistake. Now, if you have a job interview coming up for any role or any organisation whatsoever, there is a strong possibility they are going to ask you this interview question. And how you respond to it could be the difference between success or failure at your interview. So to help you answer it correctly, this is what I am going to cover. I will tell you why the interviewer is asking you the question, tell me about a time you made a mistake. There are two reasons. I will tell you the three things you must include in your answer to this tough interview question. I will then give you two brilliant example answers you can use in your job interview. And I will then finish off and tell you how you can get access to further interview training resources to help you pass any job interview. Let's get straight to it. Please take notes. Why is the interviewer asking you the question, tell me about a time you made a mistake? There are two reasons. The first reason is how you react and respond to mistakes is indicative of your levels of honesty and your strength of character. So the question is designed to assess how honest you are. Do not fall into the trap of saying to them, I never make mistakes. I am a perfectionist, because I can pretty much guarantee you will not get hired. Number two, if you haven't made a mistake, how do you know you can cope with a situation when you do? So it is important that we tell them about a mistake we made. So here's three things you must include in your answer. The first thing, as I have just mentioned, is you have to give them a mistake you made. Be sure to tell them about a mistake, because if you don't, you will probably fail the interview. The second thing you have to include is you have to tell them who you told immediately after the mistake was made and what you did to put things right. So I would suggest it would be a great thing to say, after I made the mistake, I immediately went to speak to my manager or my supervisor to own up to the situation, and I then went away and put things right. And number three, tell them what you learned from the experience, from the mistake. What did you learn from it? And also tell them how you then sought to improve. That's really, really important. So let's now take a look at two brilliant answers to the tough interview question. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. Here's the first one. Here we go. I can remember my manager asking me to give a presentation to my team when I first started work in my previous job. I had some experience of giving presentations before, and I thought I knew the subject well. However, as the time came closer to give the presentation, I realised I had left it too late to prepare, and I didn't quite know as much as I thought I did. I felt terrible and embarrassed. I immediately went to speak to my manager. I explained my mistake, I apologised, and I asked for an extra week to prepare. I learnt a lot from that situation, especially in respect of not taking my own knowledge and expertise for granted and making sure I prepared fully for things moving forward, which I certainly did. That's a great answer. You are being honest, you are owning up to it, and you are putting things right, and you are learning from the situation. Let's now take a look at my second example answer to the tough interview question. Tell me about a time you made a mistake. Here it is. In my previous job, my work colleague went off sick with illness. She was working on an important project for one of our clients, and someone needed to pick up her workload. Now, despite already being full to capacity myself, I volunteered to take on her work because I didn't want the client to be let down. Now, unfortunately, a few days into the additional work, I realised I wasn't going to be able to do both my own work and my colleagues'. I'd already stayed behind late the previous 2 evenings, and it wasn't enough. I went in to speak to my manager. I apologised for saying that I could do the work when in fact I couldn't. He then needed to find someone else to do the work instead. Now, I felt awful because I'd let the team down, but I learnt a huge amount from the experience. You should never take on extra work unless you definitely have the ability to do so. So that's another great answer that shows that you are honest, you take responsibility, you apologise, and you put things right by learning from the situation. So the next thing to do is please make sure you click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. Go through to my website passmyinterview.com, and you can download these slides and my answers, my great answers to 21 tough interview questions. They will help you to pass your interview. I hope you enjoyed that presentation. Please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the insider job training videos I am uploading on a daily basis. Please connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. And finally, please give the video a thumbs up because that tells me you enjoy the content and you find it useful. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Have a brilliant day.